Good day, everyone. Welcome to my channel. And today we will talk about the careers in psychology. But before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lucky Joy. You can call me Miss LJ for short. I am a professor in KLD for about 2 years now. KLD means Kolehiyo ng Luzon ng Las Marinas. And yeah, without further ado, let's continue. So, what is psychology? Psychology is the academic and applied study of mental processes and behavior. Psychology also involves the application of knowledge to various spheres of human activity, from daily life, work, and family to the treatment of severe mental health problems. So, next, why study psychology? So if you want, if you are, so if these are the reason why you want to study psychology, then you are in the right place. If you want to learn about human mind, or you are curious why do people react to certain things in a certain ways, what can make people happy or sad, and how can you use that in the modern world, or you want to learn the behavior of people and how their minds work, which can be useful everywhere. So today's psychology is popular as AB, or Bachelor of Arts, or BA, and of course Bachelor of Science. But Bachelor of Arts can be a great choice if you are interested in going straight to work after graduation, or if you are thinking of pursuing graduate program in something like law or counseling. So if you want to pursue to be a counselor or enforcement, you can actually proceed to enroll as BA, or a Bachelor of Arts. So in Bachelor of Science, you plan to go to medical school, or you are interested in more science-oriented curriculum. You are interested in taking a wider range of science-related courses. So if you do have like scientific research about in psychology, you have to take the BS. It's actually Bachelor of Science. Science is more on scientific method. So after you graduate as a BA or BS, there are masteral that we call here in the Philippines. So master's degree. So here in the Philippines, this is the three popular master's degree: the clinical psychology, human development, and industrial organization, organizational psychology. So there is also PhDs in psychology, are also quite long and take a few years to complete. So before you decide to continue your education and training in psychology, consider the benefits and costs to enrolling at the doctoral program. So we all know that doctoral is quite expensive here in the Philippines, and it's quite it's quite pricey, right? And it will take a little years for you to graduate as a doctor, but in a good run, it's really beneficial for you and to those people who needs you. Next is why psychology is in demand nowadays. So due to increase in work pressure and competition in our lives, we face lot of stress and burnout, which may make depressed or lead to stress related ailments. In this fast moving world, psychologists play a very important role in healing our headache and heartache as well. So guys, sad it's really a sad thing to realize that uh, today's we are facing pandemic, and it leads to stress, depression, and anxiety. So a lot of people needs us because of the pandemic that we are facing right now. And of course, psychology is in demand nowadays because it is a broad course. It's really flexible. You can do what, you can apply anything psychological related. So skills required to be a psychologist. This career is for a person with an analytical and strong communication skills. A psychologist should have a tolerant, subtle, methodical, and mature personality, of course. Should be understanding and ethical by nature. Difficult situations are encountered by a psychologist on a regular basis, thus must be able to handle them well. Since psychologists work alongside other professionals like doctors, nurses, and assistants, good team is imperative. The job involves interaction with individuals, couples, families, and groups, which requires attributes like intelligence, problem solving capabilities, creative learning, and reliability and sensitivity. Oh, next one is other qualities required for psychologists are, of course, understanding, optimistic, and an intuitive nature. And of course, a good listener. So, opinion of an expert says if you are patient, a good listener, and considered as a shoulder to cry on, then you will make a good psychologist. Next, here it is. Now we will now tackle about the top 10 careers for psychology graduates. The first one is the HR, Human Resources Manager, HR. So yes, we if you want to be an HR manager, you can pursue a degree so that you can apply it as a manager. But if you are graduated as BA or BS, you can actually be a HR employee. So working in human resources often requires much patience, empathy, and understanding of different personal behaviors and motivations. You'll be responsible for coordinating your company's personal and administrative functions, including hiring separation practices, company benefits, employee salaries, regulatory compliance, and mediation for any inter-office issues. Next is we have psychology professors. So if you want to be a psychology professor, take their so typically only need a master degree in psychology to get started as a professor teaching general psychology or psychology principles and theories. Next, we have here the career counselor. This is a good advantage if you are taking a BA or AB psychology. So, where you will help people make and execute career decision that will impact other areas of their lives. From students deciding which path to take, to worker looking to transition to new vocation, or a career counselor works with individuals from all walks of life. Next, child or developmental psychology. If you want to pursue this, you have to take the major development psychology. Excuse me. You can also, yes, it does have a license exam and board exam as well. So it deals with behavioral problems like hypertension, learning disability, aggression, dyslexia, and stress-related problems. Next one is sports psychologies. If you are sporty and you want to combine psychology, then why not? This job is for you. Combine your love for fitness and athletic performance with your expertise in human psychology. As a sports psychologist, you'll help athletes tap in their optimal potential by training their minds with the same application as they're training their bodies. Next is correctional officer. You don't need a degree in criminal justice to work as a correctional officer. In fact, psychology associate degree can offer a great foundation to work with prison inmates excuse me, living in a mentally and emotionally distressing environment. Your education can help you understand inmates' behavior and respond accordingly. You may be supervising group activities or rehab programs, or be responsible for assessing and recommending activities and reliabilities that responsibilities that will improve inmates' mental health. So if you want to be part of correctional officer, or if you have like a research paper regarding to murders or something like that, I think this is a good way to start your research to be a correctional officer. Next is family advocate. So I think one of the most advantage you can start if you want to be a family advocate is to get the AB or BA. So, a family advocate is a type of social service specialist that offers support, mediation, education to families with children who are often in mentally or emotionally stressful situations. They may be exposed to substance abuse, mental illness, physical abuse, and other traumas and your job is to advocate their best interests. With associate degree, your task may be more administrative, but this could be a good way to get and in work before moving into bachelor's. Next, we have here the office manager. When thinking of what job can get with a psychology degree, an office manager might be no come to mind, but it's position that requires a deep understanding of human behavior and ability to successfully work with all types of personalities. There are several office management positions that you can find with an associate psychology degree, from bookkeeping, accounting clerks to administrative assistants. So clinical psychology, you have to graduate MA in psychology, need to pass the licensure examination for psychologists, counsel and therapy to treat the children. Clinical psychologists can work in hospitals and health cares like MaxiCare, IntelliCare, something like that. And the next one is Certified Nursing Assistant. CNA is an excellent entry-level career with an associate psychology degree. As a nursing assistant orderly, you'll often work in a hospital, nursing home, residential care facilities. So it's like caregiver, but in a good, well-paid position. So psychology is a broad field of study and practice comprised of several different yet complementary areas of specialization. So guys, if you are planning to be a psychology, um, I think if you do have the skills or uh, the skills or the will to be a psychology, then this is the right place for you. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe, like, and subscribe my channel. Thank you guys. Once again, my name is Miss LJ. Goodbye.